So the first day of the Tynwald sitting, and it's all about the budgets, but we normally have questions on Tuesday, they're put to Wednesday. Julie Edge, you've come up with an emergency question. This ties in with what's going on outside the demonstrations, all to do with road layouts. And now, before we even start this one, you were DOI, you come off it, you're not very happy about all that. Is this a bit of mischief?
No, not at all, Paul.
Right.
Obviously, since Summerhill's closed, and now we're hearing that Church Road Marina's closing as well. So basically, you're going to have a one-way system along Douglas Promenade up through Onchan, and you know, there's a lot of concern out there. Obviously, I did go outside and speak to some of the protesters out there today, but I put the emergency question forward because of the amount of contact that I'm getting from
what exactly you're
constituents. Asking? So I'm asking for the Department for Infrastructure Minister to make a statement on obviously the junction at Governor's Bridge and Victoria Road, which is really dangerous. There's an awful lot of people saying they're having near misses there, and also Summerhill, and then St Ninian's, which is another nightmare. You know, a lot of people are saying last week that there was unfortunately there was a funeral on, which caused other problems. So I think they're not well thought out changes, and then to be closing another road down onto the promenade, it's just going to be logjam. So
okay. That's tomorrow. What I've got, you've gone to a bit of a spat with your colleague from Onchan on an MTTV interview. You questioned what he said. Do you want to clear what's going on here?
Yeah, I'm really quite shocked at his statement to say that myself and Mr Morehouse were removed from the department, and I feel it's quite a serious use of a word that is clearly quite wrong. Mr Morehouse resigned, and so did I. So
I think he's apologised for that, or correct himself.
He's put a comment there that he shouldn't have used the word, but I'm not so sure. Some of this twisting of words is getting a bit too obvious, I feel, and but that is so wrong, and I want to correct for everybody really that I resigned from the department, and I made my views known with regards to that, and that an MLC was coming into the department and would be on to departments, but also the Summerhill road closure, and what went on around that. So I just feel it is totally inappropriate for a politician to go on and say something totally out of context.
I mean, to make it accurate that he's gone into the department and you've had to come out?
Not at all, no, good luck to him. So, and it's only interim, which is strange as well, because I'm not aware, certainly in this administration, I've not heard of anybody having an interim appointment. So, I wonder whether the mischief's perhaps coming from that angle.
So things aren't good between you at the minute, or was it just a one-off this then?
Well, no, I just feel that, I have a right to defend any inaccuracies, and that's what I've done. There's many members in here, particularly Mr Callister's very quick to jump on everybody else. So, he needs to be careful what he says and make sure that his facts are correct. That's part of being in Parliament. You need to do that. So, and I just felt it was inappropriate, and you're supposed to work together, and that's certainly not good, not the way to go forward, is it? To actually use a word like removed is just so inappropriate. And
just finally going back to DOI and Tim Baker, I mean, and I started by saying mischief, but I mean, do you have anger to the whole thing about this is why you bring the question forward? Yeah, it's just I can't believe it's the lack of consultation. It was the immediacy of everything that was done, and he has made comment that it was on my prom team and that we all knew about Summerhill, but the other thing that I'm hearing over the last few days, and I don't know if it's correct, is that there's when you go through Onchan, you have to go to Port Jack, and there's a lot of parking issues around there, and I've tried to make contact to see if we can get some parking enforcement and getting the parking controllers there, and I'm hearing that there's apparently if there is any resources there, that's I'm not sure if there is any. Yeah. So that's causing bigger impact, because all of these smaller streets that they're diverting the traffic on have got parking issues on, and with
log jams. It's just creating a complete nightmare for everybody.
And do you expect any solution from your question tomorrow?
Well, I'm hopeful that the solutions will come forward. Many Onchan MHKs and Douglas did meet with the Minister last week. There was many scenarios came up there and suggestions. So, if suggestions come forward, they will be the result of that meeting. And, that's really what the question, hopefully, will get some answers. And particularly people are having to sit in traffic queues, in taxis. And taxi drivers are concerned that the charges are going up because the meter's still running.
Gosh, that's how the buses are even running late, even though they've got their own lane.
The buses are running late
because
as well.
They're so far backed up, they can't get into that lane anyway.
So there's an awful lot of impact, and we all want the promenade complete. Of course we do, because it's gone on for so long, but we didn't seem to see much progress. But we do want that.
And you questioned a bit the money today, didn't you?
So
I
did,
the
yes, because
there's
an extra 750,000 that they're
Yeah.
taking out of Heritage Rail. So to me, that needed to be.
You happy with the answer?
Focus. I think the minister, and he won't be the minister when that scheme comes forward, but that we need to make sure that the money is available for the Will of Tynwald and the single track through to the sea terminal. That's the Will of Tynwald. That's been voted on, and now they're asking for additional money and moving it out of Heritage Rail. And I just thought there's something not quite right there. So that's why I asked the question. The answer is that single track will go through to the sea terminal. That's the current Will of Tynwald, and that's what needs to happen.